Hey guys, I'm Tyrone and welcome back to Harrison Family Farm. It is a beautiful but chilly weekend here in Kansas City. It's actually Sunday to be exact, and Sunday morning, and I'm actually just getting outside, getting my day started, and I was going to share with you guys some work my dad and I did yesterday. So if you guys recall, I've been speaking to you guys about having this big old hedge tree branch that's been in the way of my fence, and so hold on. Like a piece of a golf club, if I had to guess. I got some metal. Anyway, but I spoke to you guys about that hedge tree branch that I needed moved, needed down. And so, thankful my dad was like, I texted him, was like, hey dad, when you get a chance, you know, no rush, I would like to get that hedge tree branch down. And so he was like, well, why not now? And so I went and got him, and he came over, and this is what we come up with. Now you guys can see I still got some cutting to do to get it down safe. I actually had to go get a new chain yesterday, and that's what caused us to stop. But this branch or branches are actually cut, and they're just caught up in the remainder of this hedge tree here. But you can see all our fresh cuts there, and then down there as well. And so we're pretty clear minus our mess to get from our fence post, which is right there, we're at the tip of my finger, and to go forward. So like I said, I gotta clean this mess up that I got down, get that branch safely down. But all in all, it is cleared up, and if you guys can't tell, this is really clear now as well. I still got one tree left, which is this one. I told you guys, I think the last time it was 3 trees, so I've taken 2 of them down. And so I just got that one last one right there remaining that I plan to get rid of. And that shouldn't be too bad. It branches out over here. But yeah, that shouldn't be too bad, so it's coming along. And so I actually want to, like I mentioned to you guys before, hurry up and kind of get this cleaned up and off the ground or out the way. And so, unfortunate for me, just given the weather conditions here in Kansas City, we don't really have any climate that's going to be conducive to burning. It's going to be windy and things of that nature, and I think the humidity is going to be off a bit as well. And so it's a situation where if you were to burn, other things, neighboring things, are likely to catch fire, and that fire to spread uncontrollably. And so not really looking for that outcome. And so that is the only real damper I got in what I've been trying to do and accomplish. But I am just really, really pleased with the fact that I've gotten this as clear as I have, as early in the year as I have. Again, I'm not trying to clear the entire property in one swath, as you guys can obviously tell. But just piece by piece, I'm getting it clear, able to get more of it fenced in. And that's my main objective and main goal. And so what I'm considering now is just really determining and really nailing down on where my corner post up here is going to be. And just to let you guys see what I mean. So you see Jay, but there's the corner of our existing pen for the animals. And my goal here is for this corner, where this corner is for that to be the end of our backyard going forward. So I'm going to demolish all that front portion of the pen and have the animals start back here. And so I want this new fence to connect to this right here at this point in some fashion. So I'm going to find a corner somewhere up here like this where I'm directly off of that post, and then going straight down to where we just cleared from, like that. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. And then this whole back portion from here forward, the animals will be able to have access to. And my plan is for them all to be able to, you know, cohabitate and live together, meaning the cows and the goats, which should be fine. And even in all of my clearing, there's still several plants that the goats will like that I have left, at least for the time being, because I am probably going to do some brush hogging, but I do want to leave some stuff. Goats like to eat at, you know, eye level and above, unlike cows who, you know, head down chewing the grass. And so I want to leave a little bit. You can see all this stuff here that's kind of up. Even if we go over here, other plants and other things that they will have access to is going to be more in line with what they want to eat or what they find desirable. And so just trying to be thoughtful and meticulous in what I'm doing. But yeah, and I think one thing that's going to be different. One thing that was going to be different about how I install this fence versus other portions of the fence that I've installed here on the property is that I think I'm going to stretch my fence first. I'm going to install my H-braces on all my corners and all my terminating ends, but I'm going to then install and stretch the fence and then go back and put my interior post in or my middle post in. And the reason for that, I just want to make sure I'm keeping my fence good and straight. And that in the past has caused me to have to rework some posts and things like that. But I think if I go about it this way, I think I'll have almost a fail-proof plan in making sure that fence is straight. That way I'm able to tension it properly and just make it more secure, safer for the animals. And so, yeah, those are my thoughts anyway. We shall see. But the biggest thing, like I said before, is really going to be getting the mess that I've created by getting the trees down, getting that cleaned up, getting it removed. And so my approach to that is kind of going to be what you guys seen me do before. Maybe you haven't taken note, but to burn the smaller limbs, I might keep a little bit of kindling, but a lot of the smaller limbs are just going to burn. Small branches burn. Some of the more firewood size things I'm keeping, or I have been keeping for the most part. I've burned some, but for the most part I've been keeping. Not exactly sure what I'm gonna do or how I'm gonna go about it. My thought is to not that much time, because I really need to collect and get rid of what I have already, truth be told. But to get it collected, take it closer to the front of the property, closer to the driveway, and then rent like a log splitter and split some of it up and then just kind of sell it. But I don't know. One reason for that is it is kind of out of season as we're getting to the warmer months, so the demand for firewood might not be as high. But there are going to be some people that are thinking ahead. But that also means that I will probably be more likely to have to sell it at a discounted price versus if I sold it at peak season, which I would say was probably, if I'm guessing, I don't know that market, but I would guess anywhere from maybe September on, because you're going to have your early birds thinking about it in September, and then naturally as it gets colder, the demand is just going to grow. But that means storing it for that amount of time, and is that something I really want to do with? Because then it could become an eyesore, be in my way, and just occupy space that I could otherwise use for something else. So, excuse me, it's cool out here, so my nose. But so yeah, I'm still considering my options. Like I said, I got piles of wood that I've cut everywhere, right in front of me actually. So I got that there. Slightly to the right, I got some more. I got a few more trees over here that I have cut up, and I've gotten them all down to, you know, fireplace size or whatever you want to call it. Over here, some more. You guys know I got a ton. That's basically what I'm saying. And so I want to get rid of it. A lot of this is going to be just about seasoned. We cut these trees down actually on the channel. I recorded it, or I brought you guys along with me. Probably, I don't know, maybe 4 months ago, last fall, I'm guessing. I don't remember for sure. And so usually right at about 6 months or so. Sometimes it can be longer, depending. It's usually good enough to burn and be dry, or considered dry. So, and that's some of the more fresh stuff that I got. But I'm saying that to say I got plenty of wood, and I just not exactly sure what I want to do with it. As you guys can tell, I got some ideas, but you guys let me know what y'all think. Or there's some creative ways that I could use the wood, get rid of the wood, things that you might have done or seen done yourself, or just maybe, I don't know, some new innovative idea. But like I said, right now, what I'm strongly considering is getting it towards the front of the property, getting that wood splitter at some point, splitting some of it, and just getting rid of it. Yeah, and the more I think about it, probably the less my cost would be just to move it fast, if I'm really thinking about it. Yeah, I've seen some people or on a channel, I think it was on YouTube. A channel had like now they lived in a more rural area. Sorry, it's a plane. But they lived in a more rural area, but what they did, they built like a firewood bin and just kind of had it out the front of the property. And, you know, just kind of had the honor system where if you took some wood, you put your money in the deposit box and everything was good, unmanned. So, you know, didn't take up any of that person's time or anything like that. It was really just the honor system. So that worked for him. I'm not so trusting that that would be the winning option for me. And then on top of which, you know, I live in the city, so I don't know if I would get dinged for needing some kind of commerce license to be able to, I don't know. So if I actually had a stand, you know, maybe not, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much about it, but how I get a plane and a train at the same time? Sorry, y'all. But yeah. But anyway, I'm just jabbering, yabbering. I'm about to actually get to cutting on those branches that are up there. I want to get them down, get them safe, because obviously I'm going to be working in that area, and that's just a potential danger we can avoid, right? You know, the thing's not small, even though it may look that on camera. It's probably a good 6 to 8 inches in diameter at certain points, and yeah, I don't want that coming down on me unexpectedly. So I think that's what I'm about to shift my gears to doing. And once I get that done, well, what I'll probably do first is actually clean up the ground below me. That way I don't trip as I'm working on the more dangerous stuff. So I'm gonna get started into that, and then we'll see where we go from there, and I'll check in with you guys here in a bit. All right, guys, you see, I got most of it down. Got that one lingering branch that is actually looks to be attached to this tree that I'm looking to take down. Woo. Myself up. Angela, can you come look at me?
Yeah. You okay?
Oh no.
What's wrong?
Go ahead, don't look for myself.
No, for your face. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong?
Oh, a log landing on my head.
What you want to do?
I don't know. I just want to be around.
Come here. Come here.
Hey guys, I don't know if any of this will make it to the video, but in the event it does, I am seemingly okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just go get my tools. It was time for breakfast anyway, Mama, and so I'm gonna take a bit of a break. Mama, TJ's ready to eat. He's saying more and more.
You already eat. That's daddy's food, baby.
Well, yeah, I'll check back in. Hopefully from the farm and not the ER. Hey guys, so it is a bit later, and yes, I'm okay. A little scary there for a minute, but yeah, I've been feeling fine. Just took it easy for a few hours. Sorry if it's windy, but yeah, I just took it easy for a few hours and kind of just stayed in the house and just kind of evaluated myself, see how I was feeling. Excuse me, and I feel pretty good. You know, my back of my neck hurts a little bit, but I'm thinking that's from the impact. But yeah, I'm not too bad. But yeah, guys, I do want to take the opportunity to highlight a few things. One, always best to have a buddy with you when you're doing stuff like that. And two, which I don't know how I forgot because you guys have seen me actually take this preventative measure, but actually wear head protection gear. You guys know I have that blue helmet I usually wear. It's got the ear protection head muffs on the side, and today for whatever reason I didn't use it, and yeah, as a result I got knocked in the head pretty good with a log. And I don't know if you guys can see on camera what happened, but essentially when I cut the tree and it broke and was going to fall, one of the limbs got caught up in the bigger sycamore tree and it caused it to break, and when it broke it came and landed on top of my head. So I was able to get right back up for the most part. And then my biggest concern then was just I wanted to get close to home because I wanted Angela to be able to look at me and evaluate me, because I knew I had just took a hit to the head, a pretty good hit. It knocked me straight to the ground immediately. So yeah, I wanted her to have eyes on me just to kind of, you know, any obvious physical damage, but also just, am I working right? Am I lucid? You know, am I all there type thing? So I ended up calling like a tele-nurse type of thing. They ran me through a battery of questions, determined I was fine, didn't need to go to the ER. And so super grateful for that. I ended up having just a small cut in my head. I think my hair really saved me a lot, if I'm being honest, which is not the first time my hair has done that. So shout out to the locks. But yeah, super grateful that wasn't worse than what it was. And I'll tell you the truth, I wasn't as nervous about it. Like when it happened, I was like, okay, yeah, I got hit in the head. And my thinking was like, you know, get close to home, get inside. And so I'm like, okay, I don't feel too bad. You know, I don't even have a headache at this point. My neck or my back, upper back, lower neck, whatever, was hurting a little bit, but nothing too bad. And so I was like, Angela, you know, I recorded it. I was recording. And so I went to look back at it. I looked at it first. She didn't want to necessarily see it at first. And so when I saw how I got hit, that's when I got worried, because it like really knocked me out, at least watching it back. And so that's when I was like, maybe I should go to the ER. Maybe I should call the tele-nurse. And so end up calling. And like I said before, they determined I seem to be doing all right. It's probably been, probably a good 5 hours since that's happened. So I'm doing well. But yeah, guys, I saw you guys' comments about seeing the animals a little bit closer and more detailed. That way you can help that guide you with the names. And so what better time than now? That's the OG female there, trying to get under that fence and get some of that grass over there. It's not much because that's the cow pen, but I guess she sees something over there she wants. So that's her. And mind you guys, I've been telling you, her teeth are dropping. I don't know if you saw it by her leg, but it looks like those teeth are dropping. So like I mentioned, hopeful. I'll show you guys from the back if she'll be still. But maybe I need to zoom in. But you see how long the teeth are right now? That's not typically how they are when she's not about to, well, let me say this, when she's not lactating. because she could just be lactating and there is no kid. But you wouldn't normally suspect or expect that. That would be abnormal. So hopefully, like I said, she'll be kidding sometime in the fairly near future. She doesn't look super huge, honestly, but she didn't look super huge last time. But I can tell she is bigger. Like, she is visibly bigger to me. But she's not super huge. And then here is one of our newer ladies. Like I said, she's still skittish, and like you see, I still got on a lead rope. And so the other one, I'm actually probably about to get off the rope today, maybe even, because she's just adapted so much better, like so much better. And you'll even see when I get over there. But I want to get you some visuals of this one. Don't be a bully. Quit. And that's one reason I don't like having them tied off, because hard to defend yourself or escape. But she's making do. Try to get a side profile for you. But there she is. We'll make our way over here. And here's this one. Whereas you see, she's gonna come up to me. Like I said, she's acting a lot different than that other one. Hey, baby. And so you guys can kind of see her a little bit better. Oops, sorry. What are those sounds? What are you doing? You regurgitating your food? Be curious, huh? You see how their eyes are like long and slanted? So they can see down the length of their bodies. Actually, I don't want to say most, but a lot of four-legged animals are that way. Cows, horses, if you didn't know. But goats' eyes are so light, it's easy to tell. But that's this one. She's a cutie pie to me. Kind of see. She's so worried about this phone that I can't really move it and get a shot of her without her following, as you can see. So there's that. But yeah, guys, you can see that it is clear over there now. Nothing else. Took a lump to the noggin, but mission complete as far as what we were trying to accomplish. And then last but not least, the knucklehead. He's kind of a white and creamish color, I guess, or a tan. And he too is so curious that I can't get a good shot. But yeah, guys, that's them a little closer up. Hopefully you see a little better detail, and maybe you can see some of their personality. Now, for this one and the other one, it is gonna be when I get them off those ropes that you really tell. And this one, I'm just about ready. I don't know. You never want to risk losing an animal just because that fence is not super tight. It's more so that hot fence that really keeps the goats in here since they know it. And like I said, she knows it's there, and so it's just a matter of if she's to the point of respecting it, or that psychological barrier has been made for her, type thing. And it's crazy to me how stuff is greening up already. Especially some of these plants, like it's thin, but there's like leaves, little leaves everywhere. And it probably doesn't come through on camera. Stop it. Got ourselves a bully for real. How are you pregnant and a bully? I ain't taking no crap. This one, she's definitely more curious and adventurous. The other one, she can be too, but she's got to work off her fears first. There goes Beyonce and Biscuits hanging out. Biscuits is getting big, y'all. Y'all can see where she's at on Beyonce. She's not quite as long as she is, or as tall, obviously, but she's growing. She's about getting on 5 months, I want to say. And then Jay's over there. You can't really see his hind parts, but he's over there eating. And then we got the neighborhood bully over here. What is it? I will say, as far as this goat and me letting her loose, I have been testing her, so to speak. One thing I do is when I bring them the goats, their feed, I'll stand on the other side of that fence and hold the feed bucket close to try to lure them to come close, and they stop, which lets me know that they know it's hot. So that's a positive sign, because it's really just this front that really bothers me. As you guys know, I reinforced that back with that other mesh fence, at least for now. So I guess there's nothing else to it but to do it. You thought I was coming to get you? Well, I am, but not in a way you won't like. Come here. Come here. Yeah, come here. Come closer. A little closer. Don't you want me to take this thing off you? You want to come closer? Ate both hands. Well, there's that. She's loose. I wonder if she knows yet. Hey, cutie pie. You're really curious. You can see her bag now. You see how wide it is now that she went to use the restroom. See how big that bag is? I think there's some milk in there. I think that body of hers is preparing for something. Oh, wow. It's raining turds. Oh, I'm sorry. She's still hanging out with me. She's probably so used to being on that rope. I'm actually going to move that boy goat over here, put him in place over here. And the reason for that is so he can have, I don't know if you're eating my clothes, lady. He can have access to this shelter here because he was roughing it as the only guy. I kind of let the ladies have the shelters and I was one short. So I get him back over here. Hey, girl. Yes. You're not so bad. But yeah, guys, not too much else going on here. I just want to check back in with you guys, let you guys know that I'm fine. A little shaking up there for a bit at first, but I'm good. But hey, you. But you guys, be sure to like, leave me a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't, and if you have, make sure you got that notification bell hit. And until next time, guys, peace.